My precious child, I know your thoughts have been a battleground. You've held conversations in your mind that no one else heard, questioning the silence, wondering if you were walking in circles while others moved forward. I have seen every moment of that quiet struggle, every silent question that weighed on your spirit. Understand this, there were paths that presented themselves as answers, cloaked in what looked like truth, but they carried a hidden cost, a subtle compromise that would have diverted you from your deepest purpose. I could not allow you to be drawn into what was not truly mine for you. This is why I speak to you now, in this very moment. The stillness you endured was my design, a shelter where I could prepare you. I am about to pull back the veil from what I was building all along. What felt like delay was my precision, and the clarity you have longed for is now here to anchor your heart in an unshakable peace. I am guiding your steps, my beloved child. You are not adrift. I am bringing an end to your aimless searching. You are now truly directed. Let go of the pressure to always choose perfectly, my child. I have never sought flawlessness from you. All I ever truly desired was your nearness. As you draw closer to me, my child, all things will gain clarity. You will see that the truths you sought were always near. They simply awaited the readiness of your heart to embrace them purely. Now that uncertainty fades, my voice will rise above the anxieties that once claimed your focus, my precious child. Gone are the wavering thoughts. Gone is the restless worry. Gone is the reluctance to act. I am strengthening your viewpoint, anchoring your mind in me and unveiling what was concealed from you. Watch as relationships suddenly gain distinctness. Exchanges will hold greater significance. Situations that once puzzled you will begin to show their true aim. I am bringing insight where only inquiries existed before, my child. My radiance is gentle, my beloved. It brings completeness. It does not lay bare to disgrace. It uncovers to restore balance. I am not simply pointing the way forward. I am helping you comprehend the reason for the necessary stillness. And as your comprehension deepens, so too will your assurance, not in your own capacities, but in me. You will no longer question if your path is mistaken, my child, for my spirit will affirm the correct way with profound calm. Therefore, step ahead without fear. You are no longer treading endless loops. You are moving in accord with the divine order, and each advance you make under my guidance will draw you closer to your true purpose. The haze is receding. The dimness is dispersing, and my illumination shines directly on the way you once dreaded. Keep your attention on me. I will make the coming step unmistakably plain. Certain prospects once seemed favorable, my child. Some individuals appeared reliable, and some directions initially felt right. Yet, beneath their outward appearance, they were not what I designed for you. You felt drawn to something that appeared to provide a solution, yet it was a lesser version of what I truly had planned for you. I permitted it to stay for a while, not because it was your destiny, but to aid you in discerning between what simply appears good and what holds my true nature. A false likeness never presents itself as dangerous, my beloved. It comes veiled in charm at a moment that feels perfect, speaking words that mirror your soul's deepest longings. But I never intended for you to be deceived by replicas. I desired for you to gain strength through understanding. Therefore, I allowed some matters to fade, some persons to leave, some chances to conclude, not to inflict suffering, but to protect the place where my complete presence belongs. You felt sorrow over some of those endings, my child. You pondered why something that seemed correct became so flawed. You questioned how you could be so convinced of something, yet find yourself with naught. But I was active in every parting. I was halting what would have led your path astray. What I withdraw, I exchange for something authentic. I do not take away without reason. I do not diminish without design. The withdrawal was a deliverance. I had to guide you from what would have exhausted you over time. I perceived the concealed motives beneath the commendation, my child. I saw the concessions hidden behind the allure. And because you belong to me, my beloved one, I stepped in. I disturbed what you lacked the power to abandon. You might sense a loss of something valuable, my child, but what I am now bringing forth is hallowed. What I am arranging for you holds no concealed intentions, no unseen tolls, no emotional coercion. That which is truly from me requires no compulsion. It moves in harmony with my presence. You will know it by the ease with which your soul finds breath once more, by the distinctness in your thinking, by the steadfastness of your inner calm. I am inviting you to inhabit a fresh truth, where you need not strive for stillness, because stillness is now your inherent condition. This is my current work. I am not delaying your tranquility until your circumstances settle. I am bestowing peace upon you now, so your existence can harmonize with what is already emerging within your inner being. The alteration starts from within, and it has already commenced. Allow this profound change to proceed. Let me finish this deep task. Let this be the point where inner quiet is no longer something you chase. It is what you embody. Not because all is effortless, but because you are at last finding repose in me. There lies the genuine shift in what is not seen, in the quiet spaces, where I am making you complete from your core. You have experienced countless instances held captive by the unpredictability of results, my cherished child, constrained by situations that echoed in your mind until your energy was spent. You have moved through places where your physical self was present, but your inner being was overwhelmed by hidden conflicts. You have offered outward smiles while privately doubting if you could maintain composure. But I am entering the deepest part of what has quickened your heart, what has disturbed your steady pace, and what has spoken untruths in the silent times. Today, my beloved child, I am establishing my calm where apprehension once ruled the space. This is not a fleeting respite, but an enduring claim. What once brought alarm will now meet my presence, and it will be compelled to recede. Unease has released its hold, not because you discovered a technique, but because you have come to know me. I do not align with distress. I do not dwell in terror. Where I preside, there is structure. Where I abide, there is steadfastness. You have borne enough under the weight of attempting to foresee every result, my child, dreading that a single misstep would undo what little remained. But what you perceived as slowness, I saw as precise ordering. What felt like a standstill to you was in truth a holy cessation I arranged to bring into place what you could not discern. I was not disregarding your petitions. I was intertwining your calling through sacred meeting points, hidden provisions, and deliberate modifications. Time in your grasp creates urgency. Time in my keeping brings exactness. I was never tardy, and you were never overlooked. I was not holding back my favor. I was building a firm base beneath you, my child, so that when the time arrived for these things, you would not be swept away. You prayed for clear directions, yet I offered you quiet. You desired quick progress, but I nurtured your inner strength. This is because what I have prepared for you demands a profound inner spirit, not merely outward ability. My beloved one, the journey I have set out for you asks for a calm acceptance, not just a quick start. It requires gentle surrender, not a rushed advance. If I had given you everything you wished for the instant you asked, those blessings would have settled in a fragile part of your spirit, where worry, uncertainty, or exhaustion resided. Instead, I paused. I waited until your inner self was robust enough to receive all that I planned to reveal without feeling burdened. My purpose is not simply to fix isolated issues. I bring wholeness to your entire existence. Now the purpose behind my delays is beginning to surface. Soon you will see the complete picture I have been arranging for you. Situations that once appeared unrelated will now align perfectly. Encounters you thought were by chance, you will now understand were precisely arranged by me. The silent times that felt hard will now be seen as the very protection that kept you hidden until the right moment. I did not overlook you, my child. I safeguarded you. I did not move past you. I preserved you. I orchestrated circumstances so that when your destined time came, it would be unmistakably evident that only my power had brought it to pass. Not through random fortune, nor through your own struggle, but purely through my grace. You are not behind schedule, my cherished child. You are on the verge of a great unveiling. The periods you felt were lost are about to be given back to you in abundance. I do not just restore what you thought was gone. I grant you more than you could ever imagine. And when I bring this into being, you will not need to strain to hold on to it. There will be no fight to keep it safe. What I establish cannot be shaken. I am not simply repairing what was broken. I am bringing forth something completely fresh, designed to last eternally. What follows will not be quick just to be fast, but whole because of the thorough work I have completed. You are not receiving small pieces. You are stepping into completeness. And when these events begin, when chances appear one after another, when my goodness surrounds you, when prayers you offered long ago return to you answered, then all doubt will disappear. You will look back on the days you sorrowed and the seasons you persevered, and you will say, "Now I truly understand." You will grasp why I allowed certain circumstances to fade, why I guided your direction differently, why I permitted some companions to leave your path. Each occurrence was a gesture of my deep care. Every movement was part of my overall plan. All of it was for the very truth that is now drawing near. So do not mourn the years that felt wasted. I am restoring them to you. Do not regret the quiet times. I am turning them into resilience for your path forward. Let go of any resentment about the pace of my actions, for I am about to fill your life with undeniable proof that my schedule was perfect. I held the entire picture, while you could only see a small piece. And now that the chosen moment has come, my power will occupy every place that once seemed empty. My closeness will move into areas where you questioned my being there, and my favor will rush forth like an unstoppable flow. My precious child, lean on my chosen time. Discover calm in my wisdom. Rejoice in the truth that I never stopped my work, not even for a moment. This is not just a fresh start, nor is it merely fixing what was damaged. This is the holy unveiling of what I have always been making ready. And now that this time has arrived, nothing will stop what I have set in motion. You did not simply go through a time of being alone, my precious one. You walked through a quiet place I arranged so you could hear my voice without the clamor of the world. There were moments you wished for someone to truly notice you, to understand the weight you carried beneath your outward composure, to see the efforts you consistently made without any clear return. Still, I led you apart, not to lessen you, but to fortify the very core I had given you. Not everyone was ready to walk with you through that specific part of your path, because what I was nurturing in you needed space, quiet, and a measure of being set apart. This was my protection. I could not allow you to be influenced by words that would weaken your determination. I could not risk the destiny I showed you being spoiled by ideas not meant to direct it. You were being guarded. Guarded from struggles your inner self was not yet prepared for. Guarded from attractions that seemed good but would have led you astray. Guarded from the noise of measuring yourself against others, so your inner understanding could become clear to my leading. I did not separate you to bring you distress. I set you aside to deepen something significant within you. And now, what has been growing in that private place is close to being shown. What was once confusing will now become a plain message. What felt like nothingness will now hold true importance. I have put valuable traits inside you that could not have been found in public. Understandings that would have been overlooked in shallow environments. Inner strength that could not have been built through endless compliments. I prepared you in stillness for a holy calling. I was shaping your reactions, fortifying your limits, and showing you how to advance even when no one applauded, how to give when there was no return, and how to maintain faith when my assurances seemed unconfirmed by your surroundings. And though you may have felt isolated, you were actually being selected again and again for deeper assignments. Assignments that demand inner fortitude. Assignments that require significant development. Assignments that thrive only where the circumstances have been difficult. Others might try to copy your achievements, but they will not have your capacity to maintain them, because they have not walked through your distinct experiences. This is why I needed to separate you. This is why I could not let everyone understand your path. For what I have brought forth inside you holds great meaning, and not everyone is prepared to stand beside such profoundness. Others seek ease without effort, my child. You embraced the weight. You felt the sorrow fully. You surrendered even when the path was unclear. Now a profound change begins. The period of quiet growth is ending. Your time to emerge has come. You are not the same as when you entered those silent moments. You rise with sharp insight, with my presence upon you, with a deep passion and a steadfast heart. Your words hold weight because they were shaped by your surrender. Your very being carries strength because it was forged through your readiness to follow my leading. You will not need to explain your path. The outcomes will show my work. My grace will move through you, and those who did not grasp your quiet time will be amazed by what you now carry. This was a holy preparation, and you are ready. My child, you could not have foreseen that the very situations that drained your strength, the pressures that tested your spirit, the long days that caused you to doubt your value, would provide the precise context for my goodness to appear. I am transforming the essence of that entire experience. I do not discard what appears broken. Instead, I set apart those very parts for a holy intention. The tears you shed then were not in vain. They have become the bedrock for a deep restoration. I saw every time you were misjudged. I watched as you held your peace even when your inner self longed to cry out. You did not strike back when falsehoods were spoken. You did not waver when you were unseen. You held steady. You endured. And now, what was a time of great pain will become a season of overflowing supply. This change will be more than pleasing. It is set by my hand. I will ensure my justice and my perfect timing are revealed. I did not take you out at once because I was preparing the way. What felt like a prolonged struggle was truly a sacred tending. I made sure that when I lifted you up, it would be more than your own victory. It would stand as a witness for others still walking through similar difficulties. Many can speak of amazing things, but few can show them through their own past challenges. I'm taking back the precise areas that tried to tell you nothing good could ever come again. The betrayal you met is now shaping a firm foundation of insight within you. That deep pain you thought would break you is now a vast well of compassion for others who quietly suffer. Your hardship is not meaningless. It is being reshaped into holy strength. I did not bring the pain, but I am guiding its result. What tried to break your trust in yourself is now making your perception keener. What tried to quiet your expression is now making your words more distinct, more profound, more anchored in truth. You were never being undone just to endure hardship. You were being remade for a deeper awareness, not of your own tender spots, but of the needs of those around you. You will not need to act as if it never occurred. You will not need to hide your tears or obscure your path. Your honesty will become a way forward for someone else, and you will speak with a certainty that only comes from enduring what seemed too much to bear. This is my way. I do not just fix what is damaged, I fill it with deep meaning. I do not just retrieve what was taken, I increase it into an enduring legacy. What seemed like a conclusion was the start of your sacred purpose. Do not despise what you had to go through. Do not judge the hard period you barely survived. Instead, observe how I dignify those precise recollections that previously caused you anguish. Watch how I use the exact point of your fall as the setting for fresh starts. You are not defined by the events you endured. You are a channel for what I achieved through it. Your restoration is not only for you. It touches others around you. It extends. It changes things. My work will be visible to all beyond question. You will not need to show proof. It will flow from you. Therefore, cease concealing the difficult experiences you have known. I am not ashamed of your journey, my child, and you do not need to be either. I'm making your hardship into a clear sign, not one that celebrates the difficulty, but one that highlights the victory. You are entering a time where every past hurt will become a pathway. Not back to your old self, but into the person I have formed you to be. You are made entire. You are full. You are a living testament to what my affection can do when all else failed. And this is only the start of how I will use your story to encourage others. You have borne much by yourself, haven't you, my child? Not by choice, but because you had to. You have seen others receive aid while you were left to face your challenges alone. You have had to lift your own spirit when no one else saw your quiet cries. You learned to remain upright even when your limbs shook, how to advance when your heart was sore, how to show resolve when you were breaking inside. And through it all, you kept putting your faith in me. You did not shut down your inner self. You did not let your spirit grow cold. You did not let solitude lessen your ability to care for others. I have seen how you guarded your hope, how you waited without growing resentful, how you remained open to my perfect moment, even when abandoning all effort seemed simpler. And because of this, you have asked for true company, not just someone to walk alongside you, but someone who could truly see the weight you bear and not be afraid of it. My child, you have voiced a desire for a bond that flows naturally, not one you must strive for. I have listened to every quiet plea. I have looked deeply into your true self, my beloved, beyond what you do or what you prefer, reaching your very core. I have been readying a companion whose inner being can grasp what you sometimes struggle to express. This one's loyalty comes from their connection with me. They will not stand against your path, but will walk beside it, enhancing your journey. This is not to mend a feeling of loneliness, my child. Rather, it is to offer support for the road still before you. The bond I am forming is not built on fleeting charm, but on a deep, true alignment. They will not be without fault, yet they are the ones I have selected. They will not remove all challenges, but they will stand firm when others might leave. You will not need to chase them, or try to gain their favor, or hide your true self from them. Their presence will bring a sense of peace, not a heavy burden. Your own expression will not lessen when they are near. Instead, you will find more strength in it. They will easily inspire energy within you. This is not from simple liking or shared interests, but because their life path was meant to cross yours at the precise moment I planned. You thought you had to walk this road completely by yourself, my precious one, but I never meant for that to be. I permitted a time of quietness so you could learn to recognize my voice clearly, before depending on any other. I allowed the stillness so your sense of who you are would be deeply settled in me, not shaped by others' opinions. Your inner resolve is now strong, my child, which enables me to bring individuals into your life who will genuinely stand with you. This is not just one tie, but a group of firm relationships I am preparing for you. These people will remain beside you always, not only when circumstances are simple. They will lend their power when yours fades. I am bringing companions whose life paths match your core purpose, those who truly understand the significance of your journey. They will perceive what lies beneath, notice what others overlook, and accompany you for who you truly are, not for your accomplishments. Their presence will give you vigor, not drain you. They will walk beside you, share their insights, and uplift your progress. It was never my wish for you to face this road unaided. I have set help in place, and it is drawing near.